looking at this, what are the things which are now missing? It's the in-between faces. And let's turn off our pictures for a moment. So we have this. Maybe I go back into my beautified display. Yay. There's a triangular portion which is in here, sits in here, in the back. There's another triangle which is in here, underneath. And there's another one here. It's not ideal because what we try to do, we want to have quads. We always want to have quads. And the reason is we want to be able to select face loops. So for example, if I choose a face like this, I automatically will select that whole thing. And then I can, change that if I want. Or if I want to add different materials to different face groups, then this is all super useful to be able to select quads rather than triangles. But we'll try to see how we can solve that. And sometimes you can't avoid it. What I wanted to say before is there are two ways to move edges around. So we can select edges like this, edge or groups of edges just in a line, and we can move them as we want, or we can slide them. It's slightly different. It's a slightly different way of moving edges around. And there's another way to do it, again, with either proportional or... So proportional means they would move in proportion to the adjacent edges. It's just something to know. All right, what we will do now to finalize this video, we will fill in one of these faces so you can see how that could work. So we could start with the one here on the bottom. So we want to fill in this space here. And as you can see here, we have more subdivisions on that side than on the other, and we have more on this side here. So what I want to do, I want to set this as the amount of subdivisions I would try to achieve. So I will add more edge loops in between here. Although I think it feels very comfortable, but definitely I need to have more here. Let's see. Maybe if I keep it like that, it's also good. Oh, here I want to create another edge loop, another crease. I will divide this once, roughly align with the one here, and another one here. Let's have one here. Destroyed my shape a bit, but we can work on that. Again, it's good to look at how that looks in the hard edge mode. So I could create a triangle here if I want, but it's not ideal. So why is this moved? I could create a triangle here and then fill in the rest with quads, or I will try a different way. Also, what's always good is to think about, do we have the same amount of subdivisions on each side? So it's actually quite challenging here, but if we look from below, we could say, let's take this. Okay. So we have this here, it's aligned. We have another one here. We probably need something here, here, here. Ideally, I want to make this a quad, which is like this, like a diamond. And maybe it's probably better I have another edge loop here, so the diamond is lower, and the same is here. So I have a diamond, more like this, right? Oh no, actually it just creates another loop. So basically what I'm trying to do, I have an opening which is a triangle. So here I have my faces, and now I try to close this. So I can create a face which basically looks like a diamond. So to keep the quads, so the direction is going from here inside into this space. And then I can do the same here and the same here. And that I can close, and I can add another edge here, and then I can push this back, so I could create another diamond here. So I keep quads everywhere. So that's what I'm trying to do. And let's see if we can manage that. All right. In order to do this, there's different ways to do that. We can create a bridge between these two, and then subdivide that to create our diamond. But there's another tool really useful, is the append function. Append is basically you draw faces onto a SubD. So you can just take this append faces to SubD. You select the SubD you want to append the face to, and then you can snap it to like this. Yeah. And now we created a triangle here, as you can see, but we can subdivide that, and then we have our quad here. But I will just first continue with this because it's such a satisfying work somehow, work with this append. I love it. It's like pressing pimples. All right, I will create more edge loops here because it's not enough. We need more, and ideally they would always align. And I try to do another one here, so we have always roughly the same on each side, and they should be roughly the same size also. I create another one here and here, and it looks better. So this would align with this. I think it works. So we can divide this here. Sorry, not divide, but we can combine this. By the way, the append function only works on the side on the side you're creating, because the other side is just a mirror. So if you would try to create things here, it might not work. You can select things, but you cannot create things. So if I would, for example, move this, it doesn't move. It actually goes back to the original position. But let's append a surface here. So we can select the surface, the SubD we want to append a face to, and just create. Now you need to be careful. If these points are still visible, then it's not yet complete. The command is not complete. So you need to press enter. But because I want to create more of these, so I can continue and just add more. I could combine these here, for example. And then I can press enter. Now I could combine. Now, because I pressed enter, I went out of that mode. So I would need to do it again. So I would select and then again fill this in here. Now we're getting there. But yeah, I feel like we need another subdivision. We would need a subdivision anyway. So I would go here and let's have a look first. Let's enter first and then let's tab to see on how that looks like. Okay, so I want to have another subdivision here. So I double right click, subdivision. Now I can pull this point down and fill in this gap. There's another function you can use. You can either use here the append, yeah, and I want to make this a crease again. And the other one, so here we're gonna do the same. We're gonna split this. Oh yeah, first I want to do something here. It's not ideal what we did. Let's pull this first down. Yeah, let's fix this a bit first here. We're gonna move it up. Yeah, that's better. And now we add another edge loop here and can pull this a bit. No, let's not do that first. Want to move this up. Now we could use our slide edge loop so it aligns better here, and we can now append, or we can also try to close this hole. That's also possible. So we could do this, and that's how that works. So we could close, delete faces, fill SubD hole. That's the one. So we could do this and see. You can use then you can choose automatic, single face, triangle fan, triangulated. We don't want to have triangulated. Let's do this automatic. Let's see what it did. Actually it did exactly what I hoped. It created this diamond shape and then two faces. So we went from one face to two faces. That's what I actually hoped. We can fix that later a bit, but first let's see how we can close this here. We can make it ourselves super easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's easy said as done, but let's give it a try. And in case we can't solve it, we can always add a triangle. If you cannot solve it, okay, but at least we have tried. If I divide this like this, then how does it look like? Okay, I mean here it's pretty easy still. So what we can do, let's append surfaces and let's see where we get to. Can do this, okay, here, and now I can use the typical Rhino tab function. This seems to work. What if I add one here? No, then I create this. Okay, there we get into trouble. I think I know how it works. Okay, I had to update this video here because I realized I had a solution, but the solution was not ideal, so I realized I need another edge loop somewhere here. So I will just add this. This was the only way I could really keep a quad shape everywhere. That adds another edge loop here, but we can space it out later. By the way, this is already later in the video where I have infilled quite a lot, but we will get to that in a bit. So basically, I will create a loop here. And then it's pretty easy. I can just infill the rest. Let's start from here better.